Hi, my name is Fendi. I'm a physiotherapist here at the Singapore Heart Foundation, and welcome back to Fitness Friday. Today, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a level 2 strength training workout. Okay, so Haziq has already gone through with you the level 1 version of this workout with his wall push-ups, sit to stand, shoulder fly, hammer curls, seated side bends, as well as the high knees. What I will be doing today is going through a upgraded / a slightly more difficult version of this workout, and to make things a little bit more difficult, I will use different props as well as some equipment that you can find around the house, even if you don't have dumbbells or whatsoever. Okay, as usual, if you have been vaccinated in the last 7 days, please do not attempt to do these exercises. Have a rest, have a break for the 7 days, and you can always join and do the exercises when you are feeling better, as these videos will be up on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, and you can watch all our fitness exercise videos anytime you want. Secondly, if you're not feeling well, if you have any back pain, knee pain, hip pain, or any pain whatsoever, do not attempt to do these exercises. You can feel free to come and watch the rest of it, but don't exercise if you're not feeling well. Wait till you're fully recovered before you do this exercise. Okay, and as per normal, before you do any exercise, please make sure you do a warm-up prior to your exercises. Okay, we're not going to be doing the warm-up today, but I just need to remind you that you would need to do a warm-up exercise before you start to do any workout whatsoever. So let's move on to the first exercise that I'll be going through. Now, for all these exercises that I'll be introducing, I won't be doing, one set of 10 reps whatsoever. I will be actually just showing you, I'll be explaining to you what the exercise is, how to do it properly, and how to do it in the correct form, and maybe I'll show you some examples of the exercises with improper form so that you know what not to do and what to do. Okay, so for the first exercise, which is a level 2 version of Haziq's wall push-up, will be the incline push-up against the chair. So all I need you to do is find a chair with a nice sturdy backrest, okay, and push it into the wall. I'm just going to assume, or you guys are going to imagine, that on this side is a wall, okay, and I'm pushing the chair with the front leading edge on the wall so that it's not going anywhere once I push this. But for the purpose of this video, as I need an open space, there won't be a wall next to me. Okay, so for the incline push-ups, it's quite straightforward. You'll be placing yourself in this position. Okay, feet shoulder width apart. The positioning of where the backrest is should be where your palm is and not your fingers, because you might slip off. So place your palms on the backrest, feet shoulder width apart, and do the push-ups this way. Alright, so one thing to take note of is not to lock your elbows as you come up. Okay, and not to go down too low, because if you go down too low and you can't really control, you might actually hit your chest and fall down, and that's not a great thing. So feet shoulder width apart, elbows straight but not locked, and you can go down and up, down and up, down and up. Okay, that's how you do the incline push-ups. Okay, just an example of how you do the push-ups wrongly, okay, is sometimes when you're in this position, you don't keep your body straight. I need you to keep a neutral spine. Okay, look at the straightness in the body. Don't do it this way. Okay, neither should you do it with your hips all the way down, because you might get injured, and it's actually a lot more difficult to do it this way. Okay, so keep your body nice and straight as you do the exercise. Alright, and that's the incline push-up, which is the level 2 version of Haziq's wall push-up. Okay, the next one is the goblet squats. Okay, some of you have seen me do this goblet squats in other videos, especially in my dumbbell video that we released recently. Okay, and this is the stepped up version of Haziq's sit to stand level 1 workout. Okay, the thing with the goblet squat is you have to use either a dumbbell or a water bottle. Okay, hold it between your palms. Okay, don't hold it like that. Hold it between your palms so that the weight is through your palms. Okay, keep the weight close to your chest, because if you keep the weights forward, you might actually start to topple forward and the form of your exercise might change itself. Okay, so it may be difficult to actually balance when you keep the weight further away from your body. So what I need you to do is keep the weight close to the body. Okay, feet shoulder width apart, half squat down and back up, half squat down and back up. Okay, remember, like I said, keep the weight close to your body. I'm going to show you a side profile of the exercise where you keep the weight close, down and up, weight going through your heels, down and up. Okay, I'm going to show you a wrong example is when you put too much weight on the balls of your feet and you lean forward. And that's how you do a wrong version of the goblet squat, okay? Or if you hold it too far forward, okay, you might actually be injuring your back as you do that. Okay, so always try and keep the weight close to you as you do the goblet squat exercise like that. Okay, and great. The next exercise will be using 2 dumbbells or 2 water bottles during the exercise is the level 2 version of Hazik's shoulder fly exercise. Okay, for this one, it's called the Arnold press. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. Okay, he created this exercise whereby you keep your dumbbells like this, and as you go up, you turn and rotate the dumbbells up above. Okay, so you start with your palms facing towards you, and you end the movement with your palms facing out. Okay, so I'll repeat again. Palms facing in. As you go up, you will rotate and turn your forearms. Okay, few things to take note of is, okay, don't lock out your elbows. Same thing, don't lock it out. That's going to cause you some injury. Okay, so don't lock out the elbows as you do this. Don't do too fast, as when you do it too fast, you might actually be injuring your wrist as you do it. Okay, take it nice and easy. Okay, nice and slow. And one more thing to take note of is not to hyperextend your back as you do it. If you need to do that, that might be too heavy for you to do. Okay, the weight might be too heavy. That's why you're using your back throughout the movement. Okay, so try not to do that as you go and lift the weights. Okay, so a few more. For an example, this is the right way to do it. Down, up, down, and up. Okay, and that's the Arnold press exercise. Okay, the next exercise, actually I'm going to use 2 dumbbells again, is the variation of Hazik's hammer curls that he's done for the level 1. It's called the bent over row. Okay, again, some of you might have seen me do this with either dumbbells or a backpack workout. Okay, whereby you lean forward and do a row. The important things to take note of is that your knees are, you're going soft, slightly soft in the knees, bending forwards at the hips, okay, hanging the weight down. Your shoulders, wrists and toes should be in the same vertical line, keeping your back straight as you do this and lifting the weight up. The movement should feel like someone's pulling your elbows up, okay, as you do this exercise. Okay, so once again, a reminder, soft knees, bending in the knees, bending forwards from the hip, keeping the back straight and going up like so. Okay, so a common mistake when people do this exercise is they don't bend their knees, they go straight in their legs and then they bend at the back. Okay, you can see I'm going to show you a bad example that my back is going to curve. This is the wrong way to do it, because as you do this, you're actually overstraining your back, and especially, you're letting the load from your back take all of the load. So you're actually, if you do it wrongly, you might actually be injuring yourself more than doing your muscles good. Okay, so remember, softness in the knees, soft knees, bending forwards in the hip and going up like so. Okay, so there's the bent over row, slightly bent in the knees, leaning forward and up. Right, so that's the level 2 version of Hazik's hammer curls, which is the bent over row. Okay, so the next one is the incline side plank. Alright, so Hazik's Level 1 variation of this was the seated side bends, where he did this while sitting. Okay, but what we're going to do now is the incline side plank. Okay, there are two ways to do this actually, and actually there are a lot of variations to do this. Since there's a chair next to me, I'm going to use the backrest of the chair again. But the best way to do this, if you have a high kitchen counter, around hip height, you can place your elbows on and step away from it. So basically the incline side plank is when you are slightly at an angle to where your support is. For this instance, since I'm using the backrest of a chair, I'm again making sure my elbows are not locked so that I don't injure myself. Slightly bent in the elbows and stepping away from the chair as much as tolerated. Okay, this way I'm actually activating the muscles in my sides, which are my obliques, okay, and some other core stabilizing muscles to help me maintain this position. Now you can see why if I have a kitchen counter, I can just place my elbow on it and step back further away so that I'm slightly kind of like in an angle. Imagine if my feet are further away. Remember, if I want to make this exercise more difficult, I can step my feet away from it. Okay, the closer I am to it, the easier it is. And if I start to move my feet further away, it gets a lot harder. Alright? And what I normally like to do, if some people tell me that this is a little bit too easy, I will get them to do a hip drop. Basically, when they do down and up, and you're really working that muscle, you feel that muscle tightening up and working that oblique muscle. Okay, and obviously turn around and do the other side as well. Okay, so remember, the one with the hips going down and up, I would say that's a level 2.5, but a level 2 would just be to hold it there for a while, working those muscles, because in this position already I feel the muscle working hard. And if I add that, that just adds that difficulty aspect. Okay, and it's really working those muscles quite hard. Okay, so that was the level 2 version of Haziq's seated side bends, and I call it the incline side plank. Okay, good. We're on to the last exercise that I'll be teaching you today, which is the mountain climbers. Now, again, these mountain climbers have variations. You can modulate the exercise to make it more difficult or easier. Okay, and this is the modification of the high knees that Haziq has taught you to do. Okay, in this instance, you can do it against the wall or the backrest of a chair. I like to do this against the backrest of a chair because I feel like it's a good stable platform to control, but it's also a little bit more difficult than if you do it on the wall, because if you're doing it on the wall, you lean forward on the wall and you do mountain climbers, like as if you're climbing a mountain, right? Okay, but against the wall, when you lean forward, you activate different muscle groups. You activate different muscle groups that actually help in doing the movement itself. So, since I'm using the chair for this exercise, okay, one thing to take note of is that the further away my feet are from the chair, it really starts to get very difficult. Okay, so that's why I like to call this exercise, you know, a variation of a level 2.1 to a level 2.9 per se. You can change the difficulty depending on how far you go, how far your feet are away from your support. Okay, so let's say if I want it to be about level 2.1, I start like that. Okay, it's still slightly more difficult than the high knees exercise that Haziq has taught you. And as I go further away, remember, it starts to get really difficult. And I'm really starting to work my core muscles, okay? The starting position is actually similar to what we did with the incline push-up. Okay, it's similar. You have to keep your neutral spine, not too low, not too high, maintaining neutral spine and bringing your knees up. Okay, and this is the proper form to do the wall mountain climbers. And if I want to do it against the wall, leaning against the wall and going up and down again. Okay, so now we've done all the 6 exercises that I wanted to teach you today. We'll recap. The first one is the incline push-ups, whereby you're in this position, feet shoulder width apart, neutral spine, down and up, down and up. Second would be the goblet squats. Okay, the goblet squats, keeping the weight close to your body, putting the weight on your heels, going down and up, down and up. Next up, we have the Arnold press, whereby starting position is here and you're going up, rotate the forearms outwards. From here, palms face in, palms face out, and back down again. The next exercise that I taught you was the bent over row. Remember, soft in the knees, bending forward from the hip, keeping the back straight and going up. Imagining someone pulling you from your elbows. Okay, next up we have the incline side plank. Okay, remember, like I said, the best if you can have something hip height, kitchen counter, leaning your elbow on it. But for now, I'm going to teach you against the backrest of a chair. But the chair must still be pushed up against the wall, yeah, for your own safety. Okay, and this is how you hold it. This is the plank position. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can go down and up, down and up. Right, and last but not least, we have the wall mountain climbers. Starting position is very similar as your incline push-up, but you are going this way, okay? And you also can do it against the wall by leaning against the wall and doing your mountain climbers as well. Imagine you're going to climb that wall. All right, and those were the 6 exercises that I wanted to teach you today, and the level 2 or 2-ish workout that is a continuation of what Haziq has taught you in his first level 1 strength training workout. Okay, and as per normal, once you've finished with any workout, please remember to rehydrate as much as possible. You know, replenish those fluids that you've lost through perspiration as much as that. Also, remember to do a cool down, okay, especially stretch the major muscle groups of your body whenever you have finished a workout, so you don't get injured or you don't get too sore after a workout. All right, make sure major muscle groups that were being used during the workout are stretched. Last but not least, do have a day of rest in between whenever you do strength training exercises. It's slightly different than doing aerobic exercises. Try not to do strength training exercises on back-to-back days, okay? So you must at least have a day of rest. It is recommended to do about 2 to 3 strength training workouts per week, okay, whereby aerobic exercises can be done more often. All right, and that's the end of the level 2 strength training workout. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Please look forward to more videos that will be shown on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And that's it for me. My name is Fendi. I'm a physiotherapist here at the Singapore Heart Foundation. And thank you so much. Enjoy your rest of the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.